Another live edition of the DigimarCon podcast. We are in Las Vegas at DigimarCon World with my buddies Chad and Gretchen of No Limit Creative. You know, one of the things about growing any kind of company is that getting and hiring a designer off of Fiverr or Upwork is just such a pain in the rear. And then they do something, then you hire someone else to do the website and then the logo, and now you got a new marketing campaign. And it's just this never ending cycle of trying to find a good designer. And then there's the price. And then there's the guys that want to charge you 10 grand to build the website and whatnot. And when I saw what these guys are doing with No Limit Creative, and then I found out Chad was actually the founder of IDX 20 years ago. You guys in real estate know what IDX is in the back end, powering all the listings and the data between all these different systems.
That's right.
This guy is an expert in building platforms. And because he had an exit, that means he could be an investor and start putting his money and helping take other companies where there's a founder that took it to a certain point and then be able to scale it and exit again because you understand what it is to make it a platform. So for those folks out there where they're struggling with the pain of design and they hear all this like, oh, AI is going to do everything. And then you guys are coming in. How do you fit into this? And how do you solve this problem, Chad?
I mean, great question. I mean, that's actually one of the things I really liked about No Limit Creatives and why I got involved 2 years ago and why Gretchen is here as well. The opportunity that AI is going to present people like graphic designers and agencies, it's not a scary proposition. It's an opportunity. It's an opportunity to become build a higher skill set, become more of a prompt engineer using your design skills, because marketing won't go away. It's just going to change.
Well, if
just
you're a good designer, but if you suck, the AI is going to crush you, right?
Absolutely. But even the good designers too, there's a lot of repetitive tasks that they're going to need to do. We always need human creativity, and that's what's going to make us different too. We're going to do, it's a hybrid now, using AI and human creativity and human capital to bring it past that last mile. It's everything's so homogenized right now too, right? Everything's coming out. I saw a speaker talking about every single email he receives now is all the same. It's all generated by AI. So if you're lazy, it's just going to continue to make you lazy faster, and more efficient.
AI creative is looks generic, right? And the whole point is it has to stand out and differentiate and reflect your brand.
Absolutely. And they say AI is going to get better and it's going to be better against that, right? I don't think so. I think if you have a hybrid approach, you scale through people and you have people involved in your brand, it will be unique, but use AI for what it's meant for. And it's making us more efficient as creatives. And that's what I liked about No Limit Creatives. Yeah.
You know, one of the things that impressed the heck out of me is that No Limit Creative has done 1 million design jobs. And Gretchen's the head of sales. How do you manage 1 million design jobs and have good QA and make everyone happy?
With the whole team that's in place there. I mean, we have a fantastic team that supports all of it. We dedicate design teams to our clients so that they always have the same people working on their projects. We can adhere to brand guidelines, go through that QA process with them and make sure that we're always pumping out the best creatives for our clients. Yeah.
So what if I signed up on No Limit Creative and I'm one of those nightmare needy customers and I'm going to complain about everything and I want these revisions? How do you handle someone?
We have a plan for that. That's what we do. We'd like to think that they're not needy. They're picky and they love their brand. So we never really complain about that. We find opportunities to understand their brand better and then match them. If maybe you're with a team of ours that doesn't fit or it's not the same creativity that you're looking for, we switch it. We have enough resources to be able to switch it. So,
do you guys remember Redbox back in the day, which became Netflix? And they had unlimited you could have
rentals. That's right.
But you could only have there was one DVD at a time, or you could have 3 DVDs at a time.
I thought it was brilliant. I thought it was a great model, and look at what it turned into now. And now that's gone away if you think about that, right? And now it's all streaming. But that was the genesis for that idea. We are at that moment and that pivotal point in change right now with marketing, graphic design, with AI.
Explain.
It's the combination. It's the AI with human capital, and that's our competitive advantage moving forward.
But what does it mean to be no limit with creative?
Oh, sorry. So that's
we can have 1 at a time, 3 at a time.
Absolutely, yeah. So well said. So very similar to the Redbox or the Netflix deal back in the day, right? So based on what you pay for, however many simultaneous tasks you want us to work on at a time, determines your pricing tier. And so if you want 4 ongoing simultaneous assets that we'll work on with a 1 to 2 day turnaround, then that's a certain price. If you want 1, just do 1. You want 10, we could do that too.
What if I want cell phone videos edited?
We do that. We do short form, long form videos. Our capabilities list is hundreds. Quite extensive.
Where's the suite? I know your platform does everything for every industry, but give me a cool example of something that you guys have done.
Oh, Oh, there's a lot of cool examples. I think the fun part is when you have an agency who has clients in all different industries. So we can take them and put them into our most popular plan is our marketing plan. We have 4 different capability buckets, I call them, that we can put people into based on what those needs are that they have for their creatives. But with that, in that marketing space, we can deal with all different industries all at once and get all those creatives out for them, helping them grow startups, helping them work with their larger level clients, anything in between.
Yeah.
One of my favorite things is seeing a client. You actually brought up the point. What if I don't like it, or it's like they're just not listening to me, and my brief was perfect, and I don't like what happened. I love when we turn customers into evangelists, because we've had a lot of examples of those where, hey, this isn't at all what we wanted. All right, let's switch you. We listen to them, we change, and then all of a sudden they're selling our product for us to their other people, and they're referring us. So for me, that's kind of the most exciting thing about this, because we're not in a vacuum. We're listening to people, and then we're trying to do what they need. They're paying us a premium for the service, so we give it to them.
And I can see how a lot of agencies, a lot of creatives, they like to preserve sort of the artisanship and the craft, but there's the mechanics of just trying to execute that at scale. And then when they can basically white label you guys, or you guys are now part of their team, they can focus on the client relationships. They can focus on other things like building the website or running ads and whatnot. How does that kind of partnership work for other agencies, and they're looking at No Limit Creative? How can that work? Like, how can I visualize that working?
Well, that's well said. And we're an extension of their agency is how we see it. We're partners with them at that point. And so we're representing them and to their clients. And so that we take that very seriously. And it's one of the most important things. Agencies is a large part of our customer base. And so we partner with them all the time.
I'm always afraid that someone else is trying to steal my business. And if I let you into my stuff, you're going to try to take it from me, and they're going to try to go direct to you and cut me out.
Yeah, that's, there are some unethical companies out there. NLC is not one of them.
Well, they can put their brands within the platform, so that agency can oversee that whole account, and they build out brand profiles within there, and then they're taking that work and showing it to the client outside of the platform at times. So they don't have to know they're working with us and putting those creatives out through NLC. That's why we're that external extension of their team. We're just part of what they're doing.
What are some of the things that you guys do for agencies? Like maybe you have some way of like displaying things in draft mode, or allowing the management of portfolios, or other stuff in the management and approval of creatives? Just tools that you provide as a platform to help the agencies operate better?
Within our platform. So if you think about the agency model, I go back in agency days and think about the red pen on white paper when you have a creative there and you're trying to show it to the person. So they mark it up, leave some scribbles. Maybe you don't know what half of it means. So we have a killer feedback tool within the platform that they can just click. It puts a number on there. They can leave the feedback. There's no questions about where or what they want when something is not as they envisioned it from the start.
Yeah, and that's our proprietary platform. We've built it from the ground up in-house with our own engineers. And what we've done is this is a comprehensive editing tool, feedback tool, project management tool, draft briefs, everything. And it's expanding with new AI tools. We have Magical Brief Creator that helps you write your briefs if you're not robust enough, and then it guides you. And it's quite exciting as a software and a platform guy.
You and I both.
Yeah.
What excites you most about 2026?
Automation. I am so excited for the automation. The stuff we have on our roadmap next year, it'll be unrecognizable, and it's going to disrupt this industry.
Who's getting disrupted? What's going on?
Traditional graphic designers. And we're going to create new opportunities for those people, expand their skill sets, pay people higher, have better premium products for our customers, and then make our customers stand out in an overly automated world. It's going to be incredible.
Now, all these people are freaking out about AI taking over and killing all of us and whatnot. And you've been very clear. I mean, they too many Hollywood movies.
Yeah, exactly.
And you and I have been clear that there's always a human in the loop. How are humans involved, and why is that important?
Well, think about where we're at. Even like, I think a perfect example is I went in a fully autonomous car today, the Zoox out here, right? We're in Vegas, right? Yeah. I went in there, no driver. We got stuck at a light. And I'm like, what do we do now? There's no one to talk to.
Right.
But there was a remote driver. He got on and so now you look at that, and so where there's a remote driver watching, he fixed the problem, but he's probably watching 10 of those cars now too. So that's how I see this working with us. Instead of one designer working on 10 tasks, one designer now can automate it and babysit and create 100 tasks.
He's a supervisor. He's the senior designer.
That's right. So that's a higher skill set of person. So yes, the old traditional job may go away, but so did, people that were digging with shovels back in the day, and we have backhoes now to do the work. They were, replaced. So now we have to find people, and people have to have new skills so they can create new opportunities for themselves. And I think it will be higher pay as well and better opportunities with automation. We're embracing it. We see it as an opportunity, particularly in this space. That's why I love the NLC opportunity.
Yeah, you guys are disruptors.
I feel it.
So Gretchen, you guys have done 1 million projects, which is just unfathomable. What does that look like when you get to 10 million?
Just keep going from there. What else can we do to go further?
You could be a true platform and power these agencies. You say agencies are you serve everybody, but agencies is the largest group that you serve. What are the other pain points that agencies have that maybe they don't realize that you also help serve?
I think one of the biggest pain points that they serve is when they take on new clients, they want to scale and go places in their own agency, adding the headcount to what they have going on there. But what happens when they lose those clients? They have to let people go, have that turnover, train new people when they bring clients back on again. It's just this ever-evolving cycle. But with us, they can just add more slots, add more design projects going on at one time. And then as they need to scale back down, it's completely flexible plans. They're not tied into anything, or we're there for them for what they need.
And what's nice about that is, since we have a large, diversified network, people can plug in and out of the platform, but we're always there. We can always scale up and scale down for an individual agency, for example, since we have scale. And that's what they like about it. I mean, we see people come in and out of different levels and tiers almost every month.
That's
so
nice
super
how
flexible.
You can scale up and down based on the growth, and maybe they have a seasonal agency, and they do like
many do absolutely
landscaping companies. So in the winter, there's not as much, but you can. So they don't have to worry about constantly staffing up and down, which is
well said.
Friction.
Yeah, well said.
Yeah.
And a lot of agencies, their biggest problem, which they don't admit, is churn. Right, so you have to keep acquiring new customers, but using your platform and the tools you provide. I don't know if you mentioned something like forecasting or other things to help them manage their agency. Done right, using your services is actually a client retention tool, and you're actually, instead of a cost center and an expense, you're actually a key growth partner for them, because the quality of the creative causes the clients, the ad agency getting the creatives from you guys. Those creatives, if they're good, will drive more sales, which makes the clients happy, and then that client will continue to invest in that retainer with the agency. So you could be kind of like the secret weapon of all these agencies.
Yeah, and as the platform stacks and collects the data on the creatives that we create and shows the real-time effectiveness
so you're collecting the analytics on those creatives.
Absolutely. This is 2026 we're talking about, right? Okay. Platform guy.
Okay.
Take that data and then shove it back to them via automation. Hey, would you try this?
Because then your AI is learning from what's working or not, and then coming up with new ideas, and now they can approve. Because like when I start, I'm not going to name some of these other competitive services where you could have 5 or 6 whatever things out at a time.
That's right.
But the biggest challenge I had from using that service that I told you about before was that I would come up with a few ideas to get started, and then I would have nothing for the next couple of weeks. And meanwhile, my subscription's still running because I didn't know what the next thing was that I could do.
Yeah.
But it sounds like you guys can sort of automate or pre-suggest those items.
We absolutely do, and it's almost like you're in our engineering meetings and you see our roadmap, right? So this is what we're doing, and we're a data focused organization too. How can we help the agencies with that gap in time?
What I'm saying is you're proactively helping them with that before it becomes a problem, and now the client's mad, and now we have to brainstorm.
Our platform has flags. If we don't see a brief from you within a week, we send a reminder, and pretty soon we're going to actually, just with AI, we're going to start creating the initial ideas, and then you can say, oh, I like that, go have a human build this for me. And that's the exciting stuff with the platform moving forward. So
one of our agencies has dentists, and some dental campaigns work and some don't, especially cosmetic dentistry, because it's all about how exactly it looks and feels, and it's a high touch, very expensive kind of thing. If I had this agency say, you know what, let's help out this particular dentist that's struggling, these other ones are happy, this one's struggling, would it be possible that the AI or whatever could look across all of the cosmetic dentist campaigns that have worked and said, you know what, based on this situation, based on how similar, because not all cosmetic dentists are the same, right? They have different techniques and different whatever. Here's the way we could modify the creative to be able to make our ads perform better, to make the website confirm, to make our social media convert better. I feel like this is just me. I don't want to put words in your mouth, but when I think of a designer, when I think of a creative, they're often in their own world about their identity as opposed to what the underlying client's goal is. And if the goal for this cosmetic dentist is to sell more $40,000 smile makeovers, well, you already have this kind of data of what's performing. you could probably take these existing creatives and tune them. You could come up with new things. You could give the agency ideas on, because they have the relationship with the underlying dentist
That's
and
right.
the front office and those people, and say, here's some things that you might do. So that strategic component is something I've never seen properly handled in the creative space, except the very high end strategic $50,000 a month creative level. But if you offer that at this level that I think you're at, that even puts the, that's something you can offer this high end creative strategic service bundled into this, like, 3 things at a time creative service or whatever it is.
That is a Q1 release that we have, but we have one more thing on top of everything you just said is already baked into the platform.
More.
But wait, there's more. We forgot about competitive analysis out there. So we're learning about your own conversion rates and how each one performs, and we're going to automate that and suggest that. Yeah. We also have a whole competitive analysis data tool, so you can see how your competitors are converting.
Wow.
Because there's access to that data now.
With you. Now
that's exactly right.
So that's great for them, because now you can benchmark on what the creative is good or not.
Right, because a lot of people will want the creative that they want, but then we can say, well, it converts better here.
For the data,
do you want to try it? Yeah. Well said. Yeah.
Because that's not only good for them, but because you're a platform builder, you see strategically that creates stickiness. So anyone who's using your platform, whether it's an agency or a direct client, wants to stay with you, because now you've learned so much and they've invested so much in this relationship that, like, you wouldn't want to break up with your wife.
Right.
You've been going along, so
a platform that has a subscription should offer value 24/7, right? So
but it's compounding, because it's learning, but it's not
absolutely
it's not a
data
contractual lock-in.
Oh, not at all. We're month to month, right? You cancel if you want,
Yeah.
and if it's an expense to you, we're not the right company. It should be a value add to you,
right.
And so I think that as we see a lot more people using the data-driven stuff, that is a platform, right? And right now, people see a lot of these subscription-based design agencies as just an asset creator. Okay, we produce assets for you, but we're much more than that. We are a platform
but that hasn't
runs
been clear,
the data.
Though. People don't know that.
That's why we're here talking to you. Let's be clear on the platform.
Well, we're here at DigimarCon, and we're here in Vegas hanging out, doing things that only stay in Vegas to talk about. And it's such a pleasure meeting other founders and entrepreneurs in person. When you come to these marketing conferences, all these vendors kind of look the same. They're all AI. They all do creative. They all offshore, build better, whatever, engineering sorts of things. But when you see people who are proven in the industry, like Chad, the founder of IDX, like, you were just so casual, like, like somehow
it's in the past now.
Sometimes you meet people where, like, they're a big deal, but they're, like, super humble. They're, like, in line in front of you in Costco, and then you find out who they are. I was like, do you know that you were standing in line in front of so-and-so? Like, they were totally chill. They never.
That's how I feel when I met you.
But you guys know, I mean, that's when you're an agency, the successful agencies, it's all about those relationships. Obviously you have to be good at what you do with the creatives and websites and ads and that kind of stuff, but it's about the relationships. So when I'm looking for partnerships, I'm looking not just as like, okay, here's these different, like, design vendors, and I'm going to feature check who has the most boxes to check, but where do I think that company is going, and do I believe in the people? Are these people that I think I could, go to McDonald's and have a flat Coke with, whatever? Right?
Yeah, exactly.
A cold pizza and a flat Coke, right?
I think that's also important. You need to know the people that you're paying a premium to, and make sure it's not just an online company, one-person website that's outsourcing, right? Well, we have a team of people that are dedicated, U.S.-based,
and they're your people.
And they're
not
our
just outsourcing, because you know how many white label people label to other white label people, right?
Right, exactly. So
and
it's like this chain, and then you can't find a phone number to call, and it's all it's just very,
they can hit
very
Gretchen
confusing.
If they have a problem, right? Like AI Gretchen or real Gretchen?
That's right. Yeah. That way, I like to keep the people, the culture real.
You and me both. I want to meet people. We could have done this in Zoom, but isn't this better?
I know. No, this is great.
All right. So each of you get to say the final word. What's the inspiring last thought you want to give the DigimarCon audience? So we'll go Chad, and then Gretchen get the final.
Great. Well, I would say let's not be afraid of AI. Let's embrace AI. And I know that's the buzzword, and people are so sick of hearing AI. But I think it's going to create more opportunities for not only better creative, but better opportunities for our team members and our customers. And that's what I care about, the people. And so as long as we can learn and control the AI, we're going to be a disruptor in this market in the next decade to come. That's my final word.
Awesome. Final word. Yeah, that goes along with the thing we promote through our marketing is that we're tech enabled, but we're human led. So we'll continue down that path of offering out the scalability, the flexibility that everyone needs to grow in their own ways.
How do people find out about No Limit Creative?
NLC.com.
Love it. How much did you pay for that domain?
A lot of money. But I love it. Since I'm old school, I like a good short domain name.
There you go.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, like, comment, and subscribe. Let us know. What do you think? Any comments or thoughts you have for Chad or Gretchen? This is Dennis Yu. Welcome, and we'll see you in the next Digimarcon podcast.
Thanks.